Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Like and subscribe or you'll never grab another crown. Today we're going to be checking out some of the most insane water slides in the world. Let's just jump right into our first video. And make sure you stick around because you won't believe what happens later on. First up, we've got the Mammoth water coaster. Okay, this is kind of cheating because this ride is a mix between a water slide and a roller coaster. Who cares though? This thing is awesome. Since it's powered by motors, you're gonna pick up some serious speed while you're splashing around. It's also a huge ride that covers over 3 acres of the park. Plus, you get to bring 5 other people with you to enjoy this crazy water ride. Hit me up if you got an extra ticket. We all know that roller coasters can have loops. It's pretty common to see several rides at a park that take you completely upside down. You know what's not common? A water slide with a loop. That's right, these crazy water slide scientists designed a slide that actually goes in a complete loop like a roller coaster. Whoever thought of this deserves some sort of award because this is a great combination of genius and insanity. Not only that, but at the beginning of the slide you get dropped through a trapdoor like you're in some sort of spy movie. Everything about this thing is dope. Yeah, these have been cool, but you're definitely not ready for what comes next. Stick around to see some real insanity. Want to know what it feels like to go through astronaut training? Well, this giant bowl water slide would give you a good place to start. After dropping into the bowl from a steep drop, you're gonna feel enough G-force to feel like you're taking off in a fighter jet. Who needs NASA when you've got these mad scientists making water park rides? Honestly, this thing looks super sick and it's definitely cheaper than having to book a flight to Mars. If you're pumping out 300,000 gallons of water per hour, you've probably built an absolutely crazy slide. Check out the Tsunami Surge from Six Flags in Georgia. This thing drops you 5 stories down at an insane speed. Apparently, this also makes you feel weightless, which also adds to the thrill of the ride. If you're gonna experience a tsunami, this is definitely the one I'd pick. It's pretty normal to go 65 miles per hour in a car. It's not normal at all to go 65 miles per hour on a water slide. That's why Insano is called insane. This thing is as tall as a 14-story building, and it basically drops you straight down at a 90-degree angle. Just watching videos of this thing makes me nervous. I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of throwing myself down a 140-foot tower. I'll leave this one to all of you daredevils out there. I'll just watch you off on the ground while I'm eating a funnel cake or something.
Stop eating my sesame cake!
I hate snakes more than anything, even more than I hate spiders. But this ride is cool enough that I think I'd get over my fear.
I hate snakes, Chuck! I hate them!
The King Cobra water slide lets you race someone else along the body of a giant king cobra. The designers of this one get a lot of points for creativity. I've never seen anything like this. It even has hissing sounds that play as you go down. Talk about immersive. You digging these videos so far? Well, you're gonna lose your mind when you see what we've got coming up. Next up, we've got a water slide that's known as one of the scariest in the world. The Super S was designed to go fast, throw you around, and make you feel like you're about to flip over on your head. Sounds more like torture than a fun ride, but people love this thing because of the adrenaline rush they get. Nothing like a near-death experience to get the blood pumping, am I right? If I want to be scared, I just watch a horror movie. But I guess these people need something a little more intense. If you're gonna name your water slide after a mountain, you better have a good reason. Well, the Kilimanjaro water slide definitely has one. This 164-foot monstrosity is the tallest water slide in the world. So yeah, naming it after a mountain was a good move. Seriously though, this thing looks so scary even from the bottom, let alone the view at the top. I'm getting dizzy just looking at it. One good thing about having to walk up the giant staircase to the top is that once you get there, you're probably gonna be too tired to even be scared. Actually, that's not true. This thing is gonna be terrifying no matter what. This next slide is something you'd find in a supervillain's lair for sure. The Leap of Faith slide has you go through a tube surrounded by actual live sharks. What? I didn't even know that was possible or legal. You're literally just sliding through a giant pool of man-eating sharks. Well, I don't know if they're man-eating, but if they wanted to be, they definitely could. Whoever thought of this is definitely wearing a black turtleneck and petting one of those fancy white cats that every villain owns. Okay, that was nuts, right? Well, it's nothing compared to what we've got coming up later. Have you ever woken up and thought to yourself, man, I'd love to be a human cannonball someday? Well, lucky you, because this water park in Austria is here to make your dreams come true. They use a super pressurized water cannon to shoot you up and off of a slide and into the pool below. This is one of the most creative rides I've ever seen, and it looks like a blast, pun intended. This next slide is perfect for people who want to slide down the side of a cliff. And if you've never wanted to slide down the side of a cliff, that's about to change. At the Città del Mare in Italy, a series of slides takes you all the way down the mountainside and ends by dropping you into the sea. I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but this is one idea I can definitely get behind. This is like the best of both worlds by combining nature and a water park. Turns out that Italians are good at more than just making pasta and pizza. There's nothing like getting scared with friends. This next slide lets you and 3 buddies scream your heads off together while it whips you around in a whirlpool of water. This thing is kinda nuts. It has a bunch of tornadoes of water that are designed to pummel you from all directions, plus 3 different funnel drops that whip you around like an out-of-control race car. One thing's for sure, I'd rather be riding this than going storm chasing for real. Look, if the park that you're at warned you that one of their slides isn't for wimps, wusses, and chickens, you know you're in for a wild time. The L2 slide in Austria is the only water slide in the world that has 2 loops. That's right, not 1, but 2 complete loops on a water slide. To get to speed, you need to keep from getting stuck. You're shot off like a rocket at the beginning of the ride. These things just keep getting crazier and crazier. Who knew the world of water slides was so nuts? These slides have been great so far, but we're saving the best for last. What happens next is gonna leave you speechless. Want to try to race a dolphin? Of course you do! Usually you'd have to swim out in the ocean to find a competitor, which can be hard. Plus there are sharks and stuff out there too, no thanks. Well, now you can race a dolphin and ride an awesome slide at the same time. The Dolphin Plunge Slide takes you through a tunnel that runs through a giant pool of playful dolphins who love to race. I love whoever thought of this idea. They're like the opposite of the dude who made the shark slide from earlier. I've never done acid, but this is what I imagine it feels like. Check out this wild slide that takes you through a pitch-black tunnel full of LED lights. You're treated to your own private light show as you make your way down the ride. If you want to know what it feels like to enter hyperspace, this is probably your best chance. I can't stop watching this video, man. I'm pretty sure it's hypnotizing me. Oh well, there's worse ways to spend an afternoon. I really need someone to take a slow motion video on this thing. That'd be super tight. Yeah, racing dolphins is cool and all, but nothing is better than beating your friends in a race. The Point Plummet Slide pits you up to against 3 friends in a race to the bottom of this awesome 400-foot slide. Not only do you get bragging rights if you win, you'll also be first in line to go again. This thing has twists, turns, and curves that'll keep you coming back for more. I'm definitely putting this one on my bucket list. If you're claustrophobic, you might want to cover your eyes for this next one. Corkscrew Cavern is one of the biggest looping water slides in the world, and riders are shoved into a tiny 32-inch tunnel to really up the tension and excitement. This is like being stuck in a dark cave that also has water jets propelling you 38 feet per second. Talk about heart-pounding. I'm not even afraid of tight spaces, but this thing looks terrifying.